Over the last few years, female athletes have had to watch as their sports get completely and totally destroyed by biological men who are identifying as women coming in and dominating them. Of course, the case of Leah Thomas was probably the most talked about. Someone who swam for 3 years as a biological man, said that they transitioned and then competed as a woman and dominated, won NCAA titles as a woman. And so now you have people speaking out about this. And for a long time, it hasn't been very many women. Riley Gaines, one of the most prominent people, one of the University of Kentucky swimmers who had to swim against Leah Thomas, has been out there day after day, week after week, month after month, screaming about how unfair this is and how this is destroying women's sports. Well, you might expect someone like Riley Gaines to speak out. You might expect maybe conservative commentators, things like that. What you might not have expected was ESPN hosts, but that's where we are now. It has gotten so bad and gone so far that now you have people who work at progressive, left-wing, woke ESPN that have finally had enough and need to speak out. ESPN personalities slam Biden's Title IX proposal amid uproar over transgender athletes in women's sports. And maybe more importantly, they're specifically backing Riley Gaines. Growing number of ESPN hosts step into the transgender athlete debate. And just over the past few days, look at this on Twitter. Sam Ponder, ESPN employee, ESPN host. She's retweeting Riley Gaines and the little video of Leah Thomas talking about how they need to do more to make sure transgender athletes can come in and destroy female-dominated spaces. Sam Ponder says this would take away so many opportunities for biological women and girls in sports. It's a shame that we're needing to fight for the integrity of Title IX in 2023, and the reason it was needed in the first place. Hashtag save women's sports. You have Sage Steele. Now, Sage Steele has never been afraid to put her opinion out there, even though it's typically much more conservative than most people at ESPN. She's actually in a lawsuit with ESPN as we speak. She retweets Riley Gaines, not for the first time. This is heartbreaking, maddening, and difficult to watch. I keep thinking I'm going to wake up and be relieved this is all just a ridiculous, comical, nonsensical dream. Hashtag I stand with Riley Gaines. Hashtag save women's sports. Hashtag Title IX. This is what it's going to take. It's going to take actual people, women that are prominent in the sports world, speaking out about this shit. Too many people are afraid of being labeled transphobic or bigoted simply for having the idea that maybe women should compete with women, that maybe biological women should compete with biological women. If you want to go out there, if you're 18 years old and you want to cut your junk off, you want to do whatever, you feel like you're a woman, okay, live your life. 99.9% of people might disagree with you, but they'll say, okay, go live your life. But don't use that as an excuse to come in and destroy female athletics. But that's what's happening right now. So even people at ESPN who have been told to not weigh in on these things, who have been told very explicitly, don't push your conservative views out there, even they have no choice at this point but to come out and support Riley Gaines and bash Leah Thomas and Joe Biden's administration for wanting to further the destruction of women's sports. I didn't know if this was going to happen. I didn't expect this necessarily to happen, but here we are. Even Stephen A. Smith on his podcast the other day said that, he's fine with people transitioning, but don't come and destroy women's sports. He went in on pronouns and everything. So it's starting to fall apart at ESPN. Maybe people are sick and tired of being quiet if they don't have a left-wing political opinion. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below. ESPN host coming out bashing Leah Thomas, supporting Riley Gaines, and supporting actual women's sports. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.